Mind over matter, overcompensating, overstatements, crookedness related, the soul's churn in return, mental overstimulation, one word, riveting, it terrors my pilot. Streams that are promised to make seeking less.
Good evening. You are through to Poetry Journal Podcast. Now I'm playing with you. Greetings. Hope everybody's doing well. You are through to Poetry Journal Podcast. I am your host, Alex Murdoch. And I've got a few things to, just share, express thoughts. You know me, pontificate as I do. And just go with me on this one. But outside of that, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is well. And London is, as you know, I am broadcasting from London. That's where I'm based. And it's been great, man. I can't even lie to you. It's been great. It's been so hot the past couple of days. And I think it's one of those heats where, man, this thing is really gonna be, maybe it might last a month. Who knows? But that's just where we are with it. I just thought I'd share, because I'm aware I have listeners from different parts of the pond, so to speak. But outside of that, hope everybody's healthy, hope everybody is well. Let me not procrastinate. Something to share today. This is the piece, this is the quote piece. In the process of the hair splitting kind, synonymous with such that renders tumultuous, though I smile, for the pals were never destined to be unkind. Looking to the premise to unwind, like a maze with the unravel until it's mine. I wish it came with a caution code to unwrap one's mind. Little did I know growth was never meant to be kind, until the revelations caught me slipping like lies from the most trustworthy of types. Then lay your shoulder on my side. Let us carry it. If it be the last of my trials, together we shall die. For to live as one may mean we never respawn. To the world and back, like there lies Genesis betwixt a new spawn. Just a little quote I had today. Hopefully, what I'm about to go into, it somewhat relates. I like to somewhat stay on theme, stay on topic somewhat with the rabbit hole I normally like to tread on this occasion, on any occasion. Consistency is important. I suppose you could say I was inspired by a thought I had today, and had me doing research of what I wanted to break down, findings of such. I guess you could say, okay, so to be precise, the information I'm about to give is from an article. I will leave the link underneath the episode. But basically, the site is called www.sapiens.org, and it's all to do with archaeology and somewhat of a DNA breakdown. But basically, Information comprises of 44 researchers based in 12 countries. They went on a sequential analyzing of ancient DNA, African DNA to be precise, from people who lived as long as 18 years ago. Sorry, 18 years ago. 18,000 years ago. Now you might ask yourself, why is this relevant? Well, it came back to the questions I had, and it's not necessarily what I'm leading with, but it's what sparked the real question at hand, you know. But initially this started with me thinking to myself, you know, what did Africans at the beginning stage of life, you know, what do they look like? And somewhat I thought this breakdown from this article was quite interesting. And so I decided, you know what, let's just share on this occasion. But as I said, you know, analyzing African DNA from people that lived as long as 18,000 years ago. And back to it, why is this relevant? Well, we are nothing without culture, identity, at least in the sense of such. To be precise, I'll start from the top. Beginning around, it states beginning around 300,000 years ago, people in Africa actually looked, is when they started to look anatomically like, you know, the average day person you might see today, and share the behaviors that we have also. Then you fast forward a bit closer in terms of chronology, 140,000 years, between 140 to 120,000 years, people start to develop a sense of fashion, if you will, clothing from animal skins, and beginning to decorate themselves with pierced marine shell beads, you know, while doing, you know, this point, this is pretty much the infancy of innovation, if you will. And then we move to specifically 50,000 years, going into 50,000 years now. We move into a new type of development, and this is a focal point for me specifically. I thought this was particularly interesting because this is where the types of tools, types of stones, bones as tools became common, and people began fashioning and exchanging like ostrich shell beads, rock art, you know, and I suppose the specific point I wanted to just highlight is the fact that it says an increase in ochre pigment at archaeological sites hints at an explosion of art. As you know, this is poetry, this is all art, so you know I'm always making connections. But I just thought this was amazing. The fact that we even in these times, before we knew what art was, we were somewhat still creating art in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And obviously, it's amazing some of the things that we've veered into because of art. But you look back as far as the eye could see, and even then you can sense there's still a remnant. There's still remnants of art, culture. I would argue they're pieces of the same, well, birds of the same feather. And I thought that was interesting to share. Now, the article also mentioned that there's not a lot of research pertaining to African DNA that's out there. But hopefully, in the future that changes. And the other thing that they struggle with, of course, when you're talking about DNA, it's a combination of different things. You speak about, actual fossil things of that nature. But in terms of this specific DNA, it's hard because, especially places to do with Africa, you have something that's referred to as tropical sealing. And tropical sealing is pretty much the hardship of extracting DNA because of the type of terrain. You might imagine Africa is it has the type of terrain in terms of heat, pressure, different things, specifically heat, how hot it is. So it's hard to extract, because more times than not, these things usually don't stand the test of time to go back to such a period. But hopefully in the future these things do change, and we perhaps get the chance to know more. Because, like I said, I actually read that there's not much in terms of information or research pertaining to these types of things. So, of course, as much as we know what the drawbacks could be, despite the potential to be more, we just don't know until we know. So I'm curious. I'll keep an eye on things, and I'll see if in the future things like this will develop. Maybe touch back in a decade or so. God willing. You never know these things. But yeah, I just thought it was very interesting to break down or even investigate. I think a lot of people will be curious about something of this nature. Now, not to the extent of going to probe as much as I am doing now, and you don't necessarily have to. I'm just that type of person where it's in my head, so I would like to investigate and find out for myself. So yes, but I did find it quite intriguing. So if in case anybody would like to see for themselves, I will definitely leave a link underneath the episodes. I will definitely leave a link underneath the episode, so whoever would like to read up on some of the information that I've learned about, perhaps you could do the same. But outside of that, you know, a lot of developments, and I suppose you could say they keep me busy. But the main one I would like to mention right now is Poetry Event. My new poetry book is coming out soon, and I'm excited, pleased to finally have this put together. The trilogy, first of the trilogy, and I'd like to just have people. Well, I would like to share it with people, and if you're wondering if there's anything people might be familiar with, one of the pieces that I perform is called Little Black Boy, and that's one of the main pieces that will be you can find in there that people might be familiar with. I've only performed it here and there on stage, but this will be the first time I'll be putting it out in word form, in written format. So I'm definitely excited for that, and this will be out it'll be out in 7 days, the 27th of this month. It will be out, and so I'm really looking forward to that. And beyond that, we have the book launch. And if you're not familiar with my book launch, I'll be having a book launch for this book. It's my very first book launch, as much as I've published books before, but I thought this one deserved, well, on this occasion I chose to pay my respects and to myself and do a book launch for this book. And I'm really proud of this book, and it's another milestone. So I really appreciate all milestones, the first to the last. I think they're all as important as each other. So this book launch will be on the 10th of August, and if you're in the UK, if you're in London specifically, don't hesitate to come down. You're always welcome. The book launch will be at the Dalston Lounge. I have a few good friends of mine performing, so I'm looking forward to that. I will be performing one or two pieces from the book. Just want to share it here and there, and just performing in general, and just a celebratory type of period. So it's positive, I wanted to take some time to share that with people, and to welcome them. If in fact you're curious or you would like to see where I'm at in my journey as far as creativity is concerned, specifically my writing, poetry, this will be the right time to come along, and everybody's welcome. It will be at the Dalston Lounge. I'll leave a link with their socials below also. And may I add, it is a great space for creatives. Such a free going and just great space for artists like myself, as somebody that's looking to whether you're word type of artist, or you just want a venue to put on, whether it's music. music, or even just a celebratory type of thing, like a party, a birthday. They do so many different things. So I would implore you to check them out. You will not be disappointed, you know. So of course, yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it, and I have a lot of things going on. I'm not sure if you're aware, but yes, I have published my other books, which is Poetry Journal, Growing Pains. The very first book I ever published, Poetry Journal, Dream, Imagine, Express. And of course, my three short stories, which there's a novella version of the three short stories box set. But yes, Into the Abyss is the story. And my very first crime thriller, you could say. I'm a crime thriller writer. That's my genre, but pertains to stories. So lots to look forward to, but I'm just taking my time. But for today, I just wanted to share that the book is out. Poetry Event is the name of the book, and it is out 27th this month, which is July, and then the 10th of August we are gonna have some good time at the Dorset Lounge. And if you're aware, if you're a supporter of my work, you're always welcome. If you're a supporter of poetry or art, you're always welcome. Everybody, I look forward to seeing you there. It will be great. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well. It's been great just sharing with you. Hopefully you appreciate what I had to put out there. But yes, all is well, all is good. Be good until next time. Take care.
Mind over matter, overcompensating, overstatements, crookedness related, the soul's churn in return, mental overstimulation, one word, riveting, it terrors my pilot, streams that are promised to make seeking less.